Good evening, everybody. I want to thank you for being here tonight. There have only been 4 probable mayors in my lifetime, and now for the past 13 months, I've had the privilege of being your mayor in our great city. It is my honor to stand before you tonight to bring you the state of our city. Over the past year, the city has seen many, many changes. Here at City Hall, we've had to change the way business was being done. We have been negatively impacted and encountered challenges just like every other service-oriented business due to the global recession. We could no longer do business in such a way that negatively impacted the financial health of the businesses around us. As with any business, when things have been going good, the mentality had become, this is the way we've always done it. Those of you who know me personally know that I think outside the box, outside the normal scope of an issue or problem to find solutions that work, that make sense, that push the creative envelope. This sign sits prominently on my desk. Quite a few employees and department heads have seen it, and numerous times I've had to sit there and point at it, and they'll shake their heads and go back to the drawing board. But our mentality and approach have changed. With those necessary changes in the policy of full disclosure, I'm proud to say that we have made numerous strides over the last year. We have cut our expenses, tightened our belts, increased our revenue, decreased personnel costs, decreased accounts payable, decreased long-term debt. In January of 2011, wastewater was running $1 million a year in the red. This practice could not be sustained. We had to get this department running in the black. When presented with hard facts and figures, we had no choice but to implement the wastewater surcharge last spring. The surcharge carried us over while the department assessment was being conducted. As part of changing the condition of our neglected departments, we have turned the wastewater and sanitation departments into separate enterprise funds, making them self-sufficient, self-funded entities. These moves should ensure that these valuable critical services are no longer overlooked, changing the thought process from out of sight, out of mind, to one of proper management and viability. Regrettably, rates were changed, but with removal of the surcharge, many of you did not realize a rate increase. Those of you who did shouldn't have not noticed much difference. Businesses are now paying their fair share, and their rates are being charged based on actual gallons used. These rates still remain some of the lowest in the state. Some residents tell me their overall water bill is lower now than before the rate increase. I've also never been an advocate for tax increases. I do not believe you can tax your way into prosperity. I say that with a big however. Understanding that we had over $65 million in long-term debt brought the severity of the situation to light. We simply could not continue to take bridge loan after bridge loan to meet our interest payments. We were well on our way to take bridge loans to pay the bridge loans. No matter how unpopular, no matter how politically incorrect, implementing the limited duration 1-cent sales tax increase was a necessary move. I'm confident standing here telling you that without this temporary tax increase, we would have soon found ourselves defaulting on those loans. We would not have been able to make payroll. A few months back, my wife found this quote by Teddy Roosevelt. In any situation, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing you can do is the wrong thing. The worst thing you can do is nothing. I share that with you, that if no action had been taken, it would have been very irresponsible. Whether you agree with these actions or not, they were taken after closely weighing the facts and figures before us. I believe the city is better now than when I found it because of these actions. I want to assure each and every one of you that I'm looking over all expenses. My purpose in overseeing expenditures along with our finance director to make certain we're buying local first when at all possible, we're maximizing our dollar when spending, and that we're providing the best quality product at the lowest possible cost. These products being public safety, environmental services, and quality of life programs that we all enjoy here in the great city of Prattville. In prior years, the budget passed by council was routinely exceeded. Spending was out of control, and I'm proud to say that reduction in expenses and the elimination of capital outlay between January and September of 2011, the city spent roughly $4.5 million less in 2011 than the previous year. 13 months ago, we had 353 full-time and 33 part-time employees. Through natural attrition and minimum layoffs, we now have 288 full-time and 33 part-time employees. This has reduced our budget in the salaries, wages, and benefits line item approximately $1 million. This reduction would be even higher, but we are budgeting actual holiday pay and overtime for the first time ever, which offset the actual savings. It still remains that we realized a 9.9% reduction in personnel costs since cuts began. These savings bring our overall decrease in expenditures to $5.5 million between January and September of 2011. 13 months ago, our accounts payable was a little over $3 million. The last report given by our interim finance director shows that accounts payable are roughly $50,000, and we're in the current column, meaning 30 days old or less. 13 months ago, our long-term debt was a little over $65 million. The last report given showed long-term debt has decreased over 14% and is now just under $56 million, meaning we reduced long-term debt by almost $10 million in a year. We're updating our website with a new report each month, so please keep in touch with our website, and through it you can get a lot of valuable information, or you can always reach me here at the office. For full disclosure, we have had most community initiatives paid, but are waiting on requests or contracts from a few. For those of you who are not familiar with the term community initiatives, these are community organizations that the city helps to fund. That funding requires a contract between that organization and us before we can make payment. We now have the mindset that cash flow is king and that full disclosure is our new way of life, meaning if we don't have the money on hand, then we don't spend it. If we spend it, then the customer, you, the tax-paying citizen, knows where and why. We have paid off our $1 million line of credit. This is being presented previously in our long-term debt because we owed it. It was not being paid down. I'm proud to say we have paid it off, and we're now able to utilize this tool as it was initially intended. When I took over, there was no bank account set up to segregate fuel tax dollars. We have now established that fund in order to make it more accountable, keeps funds readily available for paving projects, and make planning for future projects reality. City employee health care is self-funded. We owe this account its proper funding and are providing our employees updates monthly on the health of the account. We continue to make deposits to fund the expenditures from this account and are beginning to make a dent at the balance that should be in place. All claims have been and will continue to be paid. The 2014 annexed area is another concern of mine. I formed a team of department heads to assess the work ahead so that we can best meet our needs and requirements. I want to assure you that we are all working on a long-term plan to meet our obligation when the time comes. We reactivated the Independence Day Celebration Committee. This committee, comprised of community leaders, worked together to raise $21,000, which funded the biggest and longest fireworks show that Prattville has ever had. They found sponsors for our fireworks show, the cardboard boat races, advertising for the event, and the sponsorship stars to recognize those businesses and individuals. They gave so generously to the day's events. They were also able to honor our World War II veterans with a great tribute. Our veterans deserve this and so much more. The committee did such a great job, we were left with seed money of $2,725 toward this year's event. Speaking of committees, you might have heard about our citizen-based committees. I believe that Prattville is blessed with many great people who want to be involved and give back to our community. I feel certain of this because I'm one of these people. My philosophy is that small government is better than big government because we can no longer afford big government. I've implemented my idea of citizen-based committees. This is a new concept for the city of Prattville. In my opinion, it serves multiple purposes. One, multiple ideas to a common cause. Two, community pride and ownership of a cause or a project, which normally tends to guarantee a success of that project. Three, the community spirit and a workforce only limited by the number of people who are interested in getting involved. Pratt Pool Committee with staff and interested residents was formed. They worked hard to keep up with workable solutions to keep the pool open. The Togga Creek Improvement Committee was formed, and in a few short months have made a visible difference to our natural resource right here behind us. We came up with short and long-term goals for our untapped natural resource. For this committee, a group of citizens has held multiple cleanup efforts with unbelievable results. Our canoe trail is open for business. I've been down it myself. They've already planned, and some of them have always been down to the Alabama River and back on it. I'm not that adventurous yet, but if you haven't been, go out back, see what's been done by multiple entities out back. We've had some of them to give donations to help our city crews to improve our creek walk out back. So please, during the daytime, over the weekend, get out back and see exactly what's been going on back there. This committee has also become part of the Alabama Scenic River Trail. The committee is in the process of becoming a 501c3, a nonprofit organization, and I'm pleased to announce that they have received notification of their first grant award. We're now kicking off a new project, forming citizen-based committees to bring multiple use trails to Prattville in the coming months. This project should include several new green trails, including one running along Otago Creek. These trails will not only help make us healthier, but also provide a new revenue source through tourism and increased sales. I personally want to thank every resident who has volunteered and participated in any and all these efforts. I appreciate you and look forward to continue working with you in the future. As everybody knows, change is hard. Change requires that we adapt and adjust. Our dedicated employees have stepped up to these challenges and have adapted in order to continue to provide superior environmental services, public safety, and quality of life programs that the citizens of Prattville have come to expect in exchange for their hard-earned dollars. These dedicated public servants have been cross-training and multitasking in order to get the job done. Without these committed employees, this service-oriented business that we call the City of Prattville would not or could not function. I have challenged the department heads to reduce this 2012 budget by $1 million. I have full confidence that we're going to be able to meet that goal with the help of the employees and the department heads. At this time, we're on track to pay the May 1st $1 million bond payment without the need of a bridge loan. This is a first since the saga of bridge loans began. Our 2013 budget will need to be $2 million less than this year's budget. The council has spoken, and with the temporary sales tax increase falling to 1/2 cent at the end of December 2012, we will be required to make that adjustment. With this change will come another round of hard decisions. I will continue to call on you, our customers, for suggestions throughout this process. My suggestion form is noted on the home page of our website. Please use it. I know several of you guys already have, and it's been very helpful on this end to really know what the citizens of Prattville think and desire. Just want to also ask everybody to remember the strength of our economy revolves around you, our citizens buying local. 2011 and 2012 have been good so far with jobs being created in our private sector by Frogs-Lee, Medline, and others. The recent job fair held at the Chamber of Commerce was positive for this community and provided an opportunity for our citizens to have access to job openings at area companies. When you link all of this positive activity and change with new jobs, I envision a great 2012 for Prattville. The Dow Jones Industry Average crossed 13,000 on Tuesday for the first time since May 2008. While I didn't stay above 13,000, I feel that signs are out there that the economy is moving in the right direction. The ones of you out there who know me, know my past, know I come from an automotive background, and I have been checking with numerous car dealers in the area, and with that laid out there, one of the things that has been utilized here in the South as an economic indicator is that when the pickup truck sales increase, usually the economy is moving in the right direction. And all the car lots that I've checked with are selling pickup trucks. So I feel like we're moving in the right direction. I feel good about reports from both Continental Eagle and High Point. I had another meeting today about the Continental Eagle property, and all I can say is that it's going to be very good for Prattville. I have a big smile on my face in case you can't see it. I feel good about reports from High Point. I hope to be able to share some definite positive news about these properties in the near future as these things firm up. In closing, I'm very optimistic. I look forward to 2012 being another year of record-breaking achievements for our city. Please check our website for more information. Please continue to pray for us and the decisions we make. I assure you that those prayers are being felt. I remain committed to you and our city. My only interest is to keep Prattville on the right track. I look forward to continuing to work with the City Council for the remainder of this quadrennium. Thank you for coming out tonight. And at this time, I'll ask Doug Mosley to come up with me to our dais back here. And if there's any questions, please come up to the podium and you can speak into the speaker, and that way everybody can hear you. This time, If I can have somebody turn this podium around for me also. Thank you.
Pick it up.
Well, there again, thank you everybody for coming out. I truly believe that we've worked together as a community. The council and I have worked very hard to move us in this direction, but without the support, the help of the department heads, the employees, we would not be, in my opinion, the shape that we're in now, which is good. It's not great. We had the mayor from Tuscaloosa come down the other day, and he was speaking, and at one point in time, before the tornado hit there, they had over $40 million in their reserve account. I'm not looking to get $40 million in our reserve account, but I sure would like to have at least a portion of that. And we are working in the direction to make certain that we're very accountable. Full disclosure, as I mentioned earlier, is our motto, and we're working on that to get everything put before the city, the citizens on our website. And so please get on it anytime that you need any information or call us. But right now, if anybody has any questions, please come up. If we don't, I guess I can take that as a very good sign. I have sort of, I guess, prepared for the worst and hoped for the best. And maybe my prayers came true. And it might be that this might be the shortest State of the City address that's been held in the state of Alabama. Yes, ma'am. Her question was about keeping the swimming pool open. Was that going to be just for the swim team or for individuals? The plans for this coming season is for it to be available to the general public 2 days a week, which is an improvement. That is one area of the swimming pool. I can't remember the year it was built, the 70s, somewhere in there, and she's tired. There's a lot of issues with it. It's losing some water, but we're going to do everything we can to help keep it going. Which one of my purposes for forming all these different committees, whether it's the swimming pool committee or the creek improvement committee or other one, is try to get as much feedback from the community on that. And I asked you to look into sitting on one of those committees, particularly the pool committee. The other reasons, with I guess one of my main goals for the short duration I've been here is to see what we could do, what improvements we could do with the Tolga Creek back here. And then also I've talked about the multi-use trails that are coming up, or the greenways that have sort of been called. What my main goal there is to try to find family-oriented activities that were inexpensive, family-oriented, health-oriented, and just something in that area. And so far, I'm finding a lot of community interest in that. You can pay a little bit and go to the swimming pool, or you can walk right out here in our creek and have a good time in it, have an inner tube in it if you want to, a kayak in it. It just depends on what and how much you want to do. I was talking with a guy the other day, and he was telling me that he does a lot of bicycling. His bicycle costs $5,000. Mine costs $50,000. So, but we can still get on the same trail together. But that is one of the big things that I've been trying to do, is find something for us to do to help us stay family-oriented, keep us healthy, and out as a community. Thank you. Any other questions? Well, if there's not, I want to tell you that I think that we have, with the help of the council, the department heads, the employees, finance director, Doug Mosley, I truly believe that we are moving the city in the right direction. We have not completely gotten the ship turned around in the exact direction that I think we need to be moving in, but we are very, very close. And I think that we as a unit have really made a big difference in the last year that we have really been working on this hard. But I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight, and thank you for helping us move this city forward.